Welcome to the Lesson 13 of the Positive Psychotherapy Introductory Course. It is dedicated to the narrative and associative approach of positive psychotherapy. A special technique of positive psychotherapy is the therapeutic use of tales, stories, and proverbs, which was introduced in the earliest works of Nossrat Peseschkian, such as Oriental Stories as Tools in Psychotherapy, The Merchant and the Parrot in 1979. In psychodynamic therapy, this was unique. It had existed in hypnotherapy, but not in psychodynamic therapy. While Carl Gustav Jung used fairy tales, the Peseschkian method can use a much wider range of narrative therapy and association tools. According to Badegay, using stories and parables from the Orient and other cultures, an effort is made to recognize and further a person's potential for self-help. With reference to the symbolic meaning of proverbs and old words of wisdom drawn from many cultures, the person to whom they are told is led in psychotherapy to a more positive view of himself. The therapeutic effect of surprise produced by these Eastern stories, which at first seem strange in European culture, is clearly intended. The use of unfamiliar stories has also proven effective in other cultures. Because of the models that stories present, they can have various functions in therapy. On one hand, stories create norms against which readers or listeners can measure themselves. On the other hand, they pointedly call norms into question and invite people to view them as relative. In therapy, these stories can be the means of a change in point of view, which is the goal of the first stage of therapy and is then used in the other stages. Such narratives can free up the feelings and thoughts of the listeners and often are key moments in therapy. Storytelling in therapy serves as a mirror that allows readers or listeners to identify with the characters and their experiences, reflecting on their own needs and situations. By presenting solutions, stories can act as models that patients can compare with their own approach, leading to broader interpretations and the potential for change. Additionally, storytelling is particularly effective in helping patients who are resistant to change and who cling to old and outdated ideas. This was the 13th lesson about the narrative and associative approach. Go to the playlist, watch the following lessons to learn more about the main concepts and techniques of positive psychotherapy method. See you in the next videos.